Hey you guys, welcome back. So now it's time to break you a NYX Nude Pixie everyday makeup tutorial. I did her eyebrows off camera and prepped her face. Now we're going to start by using this NYX Concealer Palette, and we're going to use that orange shade. You can see what shade I'm using at the top right corner by where the cat is. And we're going to go ahead and color correct underneath her eyes and any other discolorations on her face. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and use the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and we're going to go ahead and use this foundation all on her face, and we're going to go ahead and blend it out using a beauty blender, a damp beauty blender. I also put it on the lips so I can go ahead and get a true color of the shade I'm going to use for her lip. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use the concealer Shape Tape and the colors Tan Sand, and we're going to use this to highlight her face underneath her eyes, her forehead, her nose, her chin, and underneath her cheekbones. Alright, so now it's time to set underneath her eyes, and we're going to use the Fit Me Loose powder in the shade 30, and we're going to go ahead and set underneath her eyes. Alright, to lock in the rest of her face, we're going to use Fit Me Pressed powder in the shade 355, and we're going to go ahead and set the rest of the face that wasn't set by that loose powder. So now I'm going to go ahead and grab a matte concealer, and we're going to go ahead and prime her lid so we can get a true color of that eyeshadow. Alright, to set that matte concealer, I'm going to use Spun translucent powder, and we're going to go ahead and set that on her matte concealer. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use Juvia's Place, the new palette, and at the top right corner you can see what shade I'm using by where the cat is located, and visually seeing the placement of where I'm placing the shadow on her lid and the brushes I'm using. So I won't be talking through this section, you can just follow along with the top right corner and the cat, the placement of the cat of what shade I'm using, and yeah, go ahead and follow along. Alright, so I did the eyeliner, the eyelashes off camera, and we're going to go ahead and dust away that under eye bake, and also we're going to go ahead and use the lash curler to curl the lashes. So now she looks like a ghost, and it's time to bronze the face to bring some color back into the face. And we're going to go ahead and use this black Radiance Pressed powder and the shade Rich Maghony, and we're going to go ahead and contour her forehead, her cheekbones, contour in the forehead to make it look a little smaller, and the cheekbones to give her definition to her cheeks. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and clean up underneath her cheekbones using the Fit Me Loose powder in the shade 30, so we can get a nice snatched cheekbone. Alright, so we're going to use the black Radiance Pressed powder to go ahead and contour that nose so we can get a nice snatched nose. Now we're going to go ahead and use Maybelline Master Chrome, and we're going to go ahead and highlight the bridge of her nose and the rest of her face. Alright, so now it's time to blush up the face, and we're going to use that shade at the top right corner where the cat is, and we're going to go ahead and use the NYX Sweet Cheeks palette. Alright, so now we're going to use the black Radiance press powder. We're going to contour her jawline so we can get a nice chiseled jawline. So now we're going to use Jordana's lip pencil and Kylie's lip kit. I'm going to list the shades in the description box. Can't think of it offhand or while looking at this. So yeah, I'm going to list it in the description box, and we're going to get that nice, beautiful nude on her lip. So now it's time to lock in that face, and we're going to use the Hard Candy Brightening Setting Spray, and we're going to go ahead and lock in that face using the setting spray so it can get a nice iridescent finish to the face. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and also follow me on all of my social media platforms to stay updated.